Whale.
Whale. Ooh. I worked out to this today.
Ooh, I'm gonna get kicked off. That's such a good song. All right, here we go. Recording.
Right now, but I'll give you the final.
WLXLPFM Radio Lex, the voice of the people.
The views expressed on this program are not necessarily the views of Lexington Community Radio or its board of directors. The views expressed are solely those of the programmers.
You are listening to Off the Cuff. Now, here's your host, Adam Banks.
Welcome everybody to Off the Cuff. I am Adam Banks coming at you live from Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you for listening to the show, and thank you for tuning in to WLXU 93.9 FM. In addition to listening to us on the radio, you can check out our Facebook live stream at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks, or you can download the Radio Lex app on your smartphone device to listen to us anywhere in the entire world. You can also stream the show live on the website at radiolex.us. Amber Turner and I are both broadcasting from the Deborah Hensley Studios here at Radio Lex on North Limestone. It is March the 9th, 2023. Last week we had a windstorm that really did some damage across the state. Even some people lost their lives. Amber, it was a massive, massive windstorm. I'm glad to see that you are all in one piece.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that we're both all in one piece and both of our fences are still standing.
Yes, my fence was shaking like a leaf.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, but speaking of the windstorm, here at Radio Lex, we are not going across the airwaves on the actual dial because our transmitter got knocked out. So we are only going out live across our app, our website. So if you want to listen to us, we're still live, but our transmitter is out. So we're only broadcasting on if you have the app or if you have, if you're on the website. So digitally, that's how we are broadcasting. But nonetheless, we still are live right here at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. Amber, it is March the 9th, a great day. I'm so excited because we're watching Scream 6 later.
We are.
The opening of Scream 6. Did you wake up with excitement?
I did. Well, I went to bed last night with excitement.
Yes.
It's the last thing we talked about yesterday.
Who do you think the killer's going to be?
You. Absolutely, it's you.
Because I sent you that little Snapchat filter.
What was that one of those deep fake?
Yes. I got to deep fake myself as the killer of Scream 6. No, I am very excited to watch that movie and talk about it. But Amber, it's an exciting day anyway because it's March. The weather will eventually get better. As of right now, it's not.
It's not too bad.
Well, we're supposed to have cold weather for the next 2 weeks.
I could have went without knowing that.
So it's will eventually become warmer. But Amber, March 9th, It's a nice day because there's a lot that happened on this day in history.
Okay.
And Amber, I know you love when we do this.
Uh-huh.
I know that you love when we do this day in history.
I love those.
And it is March the 9th.
Yeah.
So a lot has happened throughout history on this date, March the 9th. And Amber, we will start all the way back to 1856. SAE, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, is founded in the Johnson Mansion House on the University of Alabama. Did you have an SAE on your campus?
I ain't got no clue.
Do you even know what that means?
I don't care.
I was in a fraternity, so I still know the Greek alphabet.
I know.
Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, epsilon, zeta, eta, iota, theta, nu, mu, xi, omicron, pi, rho, sigma, tau, epsilon, phi, chi, psi, omega. I don't know if I probably messed that up.
Hey,
but-
I wear moo-moos. Does that count?
In 1858, Albert Potts of Philadelphia patents the street mailbox.
Hey, now there's a good one.
Yes. On this day, March the 9th, in 1923, Elmer's Rice adding machine premieres in New York City.
What is it?
The adding machine?
Yeah.
You know what that is, don't you?
No.
You know what accountants use?
Oh.
When they've got their little hat on and the
Okay.
cigarette in
Yeah,
their
yeah,
mouth
and
and,
they're
and the receipts going a
Didn't you
million
do that in
miles.
the mask?
Yes.
Okay.
And the receipt keeps just spitting out of the machine.
I love those.
That's called the adding machine.
Okay.
Without that, we would still have to count on our hands and toes.
Sometimes I fare better that way.
I skipped over this one. 1861 on March the 9th, the U.S. Confederate currency authorized a $50, $100, $500, and $1,000 bills.
Ooh.
We don't have the 500 and 1,000 anymore.
Yeah.
We only have the 50 and 100. Eventually, I'm thinking that the dollar will disappear.
Oh, wow.
I just think that it's just invaluable.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any value.
Hey, I
What
like a dollar.
What can you buy with a dollar?
$1.25. Dollar Tree.
Like I said, what can you buy just for $1 anymore? You can't. Even at the Dollar Tree, it's now $1.25.
Mhm.
It should be called the $1.25 tree. On this day, March the 9th, in 1954, the first local color TV commercial aired on WNBT TV in New York City.
Hey,
I think that color and television changed the game.
absolutely.
When you watch The Wizard of Oz and you see Dorothy go
Yes.
from black and white to color, even today,
Uh-huh.
that does something to me.
Oh, it's magical.
It is. So I can only imagine what people thought when they first seen color TV.
Oh, my goodness.
On this day in 1959, Barbie makes her debut at the American Toy Fair in New York.
There we go.
One of the most iconic toys to ever be produced was a Barbie.
Mhm.
Did you ever own any Barbies?
If I didn't own 1,000, I didn't own one.
On this day, March the 9th, 1964, the first Ford Mustang was produced.
There you go.
Mustang Sally. I am a big Mustang fan. Never owned one,
Yeah.
but I've always liked them.
Yeah,
I've always been a fan of Mustangs.
yeah. I can't fit too good in those old school ones, though, like the 2006 version ones.
That's wild that that's considered old school.
Uh-huh.
06.
06.
But so you like the older ones before they had that, the one that everybody had?
Well, I like the older ones.
Yeah.
Like the older ones.
Yes. On this day, 1981, Dan Rather becomes primary anchorman of CBS TV News. That was a big deal. Dan Rather, to me, is the greatest news anchor to ever have lived. That's
Yeah.
in my opinion. The greatest news anchor to ever sit behind the desk is Dan Rather. That's better than Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
That's better than Tom Brokaw. That's better than Peter Jennings. It's better than Lester Holt. The guy who did it back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, Dan Rather, quite possibly was the greatest news anchor to ever do it. Now, I think just the way he would deliver the news, it always sounded very important,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
had
something to say.
and it had some urgency to it.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that he got fired back with some comments he made about President Bush, but you can't do that during a war.
No.
And that's what happened to him, and he got fired, and he's still around, but I think that his legacy was tarnished because of the way he got fired.
It was.
On this day, March the 9th, in 1989, Eastern Airlines, have you ever heard of Eastern Airlines?
Mm-mm.
It used to be a popular airline. It says here it was known as, it was a major United States airline from 1926 to 1991. It was headquartered in Miami International Airport, but it filed for bankruptcy in 1989.
Ooh.
So it was one of the biggest airlines in America.
Yeah.
It ranked right up there with Delta,
Yeah.
Southwest,
Yeah. American.
Allegiant.
I don't know if Allegiant was around back then.
So it ranks right up there with some huge American airlines.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we haven't heard about it because it went out in 1989.
Bankrupt.
Or at least it started the process of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. On this day in 1997, the 38th SEC men's basketball tournament was held, and Kentucky beat Georgia 95-68.
Look at there.
The SEC tournament is currently happening right now. We hope the Cats get another SEC title. On this day in 1920, and this is the final because we're right up into the most recent years, Italy announces it is locking down the whole country due to a spike in COVID-19 cases with 10,040 cases and 630 deaths. Now, it is March the 9th, so here in America, we didn't go on lockdown, and it was another couple of days before America really locked down the country. But here we are. Here we are 3 years later.
Oh,
And I feel like the world has changed since then.
absolutely. Nothing's the same as it was 3 years ago.
What do you think the biggest change has been?
Oh my goodness. I think the understanding that everybody has some sort of mental health issue that needs to be addressed or suffers from, or and it's not a bad thing to suffer from it. I think mental health awareness is the best thing.
Yes, and certainly agree with that. But a lot has changed since COVID-19. But here we are. We're persevering because we're people who can persevere here in this country. But ladies and gentlemen, there you go. A lot has happened there on March the 9th, on this day in history. But stick with us, folks. We still have lots more Off the Cuff with Adam Banks coming at you live after these words. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Jay Noblett from the Cannabis Depot, located in Florida Market at Greenwood Station on the corner of Loudon and Lime. You are listening to Radio Lex, the voice of the people. WLXU 93.9 LP FM Lexington.
Radio Lex has the support of vinyl sponsors John and Michelle Gardner. Thank you.
My mother was always very active and independent, and she was familiar with her neighborhood. But one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. She wasn't even really sure where she was at.
It's important for you to talk to someone about it. I felt so much better after my son told me, Mom, we'll figure it out.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/our stories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Let's go places safely, Lexington. What else are you doing in your car besides driving? Over 24,000 collisions and 700 fatalities occurred last year in Kentucky. The number one factor in all those collisions? Not paying attention. Using your commute to finish your morning beauty routine, have a meal, or surf your playlist makes you vulnerable to a crash. Regardless of how it seems to you, a couple of seconds of not paying attention puts you and those around you at risk of injury or death. Hi, I'm Susan Elkington from Toyota, reminding you to keep it simple. Drive when you're driving. Everything else can wait.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. Amber is also in studio with me. I don't know what happened there to our music.
Somebody came off.
But somebody cut it off there. Maybe it's the wind.
Yeah, oh gosh.
Started back. But what I came into is Lady Gaga, Hold My Hand. Amber, everybody is... There it goes.
Hey, there we go.
Everybody that was nominated for Best Song at the Oscars has said they're going to be performing at the Oscars, except the Queen herself, Lady Gaga.
Ugh.
What's the reason for that?
I don't know. Probably because she wants us to suffer.
Because you know if she sings, it's going to be an iconic performance.
Absolutely.
'Cause that's just how she is. But this song, Hold My Hand, has been nominated for Best Song. The Oscars is this Sunday. I don't think you will ever be able to beat the Oscars last year simply because Chris Rock getting slapped by Will Smith. Have you got a chance to watch the Chris Rock documentary on Netflix?
Oh my goodness.
He killed it. Chris Rock absolutely killed his performance. And I will say that because of he held it in for an entire year.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't say anything about it.
Nope.
But the last 10 minutes of his show, the last 10, 15 minutes, he really went in hard on both Will and Jada.
Both of them.
And it was perfect. It was so funny.
Well, there wasn't anything that he said that other people hadn't already thought, like people removed from the situation. But I think the best part was he's like, I love Men in Black. And I'm like, me too.
Well, after he was done and he dropped the mic, I said, that's why he's Chris Rock. That's why he has the name that he has. The delivery was perfect. He killed it. And he retaliated and responded at the exact right time. And sometimes that's a skill in itself.
Oh, absolutely.
So I was a big fan of the documentary. Lady Gaga, though, she needs to show up to the Oscars. She's just one of these people who can do it all. She can sing, she can act. Amber, there have been many singers throughout time that have been great singers, but they have turned into actors.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Gaga is one of them. Let's see, she's done A Star Is Born.
Mm-hmm.
She's done House of Gucci. She's got the new Joker movie coming out. A great singer turned actress. And it made me start thinking of other singers that have turned into acting.
Okay.
Singers that have turned into actors. Lady Gaga being one of them. But Amber, there is a whole slew of singers that have turned into actors, and Beyonce is one of them. She has acted in movies such as Austin Powers, Goldmember.
There we go. I couldn't remember which one it was.
You know, my music is going to be doing this the entire time. But what else was she in? She was in other things too, right?
Dreamgirls.
She was in Dreamgirls.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Now, did she win anything for Dreamgirls?
Oh my goodness. I don't know if she did, but I think Jennifer Hudson did.
What?
Yeah. I think Jennifer Hudson won, maybe.
Okay. Well, Beyonce is definitely somebody who has went from singing to acting. What about Madonna?
Yes.
Yes. Who has went from being an iconic singer to an actor. What's some of the movies Madonna has been in?
Let's see, Dick Tracy, oh my gosh, Swept Away, I think was the name of it. Guy Ritchie, her husband at the time, filmed that one. I wouldn't waste my money on it. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I know she's in some other stuff, but Dick Tracy's the big one for me.
Well, you got not only Beyonce, Lady Gaga, Madonna, you've also got the guy who slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars.
Yes.
Will Smith. He's done so many movies. Wild Wild West, Men in Black.
Oh, if this song don't get played twice a day in my house.
He's done, The Bad Boys.
Oh, Independence Day.
Pursuit of Happiness.
I'm Legend.
Yeah. He is one of those people who has succeeded tremendously in both industries.
Flawlessly, too.
Yes. Will Smith. What about this character right here, Mr. Justin Timberlake, who's got into a few movie roles of his own? He has starred in he starred in Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz. He starred in the Social Network movie.
With Jesse Eisenberg, I think is his name.
Absolutely. He's won 2 Emmys for his guest spots on Saturday Night Live, which is not easy to do.
Yeah. Well.
Friends with Benefits, Alpha Dog.
I would say Alpha Dog is the big one I remember him from.
It's amazing. All while maintaining a musical career that includes 5 studio albums, 2 compilation albums, and 39 singles.
Shoo.
A lot of people, it seems like, want to do both. I feel like actors want to turn into singers and singers want to turn into actors.
Well, you always want to be a double fecta?
Yeah.
You want to make sure you're hitting both.
Or something that you're not.
Exactly.
What about Dolly Parton?
There you go.
she's already made her impact on the music industry, but she's definitely done it as well in music or in movies. She has starred in films like 9 to 5. She also had performances as a secretary alongside legendary comedians like Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the name of that movie she was in. Maybe it was 9 to 5.
I think that's 9 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 9 to 5.
So what else was Dolly in?
Steel Magnolias. I love her in Steel Magnolias.
That's right, she was.
Yes, she's the hairdresser. And, oh gosh, she was in so many, and I don't know if they were Hallmark movies back then, but I know she was one that she was like an angel that was sent to help a family.
Yeah.
She did a lot of those movies for a while.
Well, also a singer turned actor is pop sensation Mandy Moore. Don't you remember her in the late 90s? She was very competitive with people like Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake or Christina Aguilera.
Mm-hmm.
She was competing right alongside those guys.
She was.
But she kind of got out of the music industry and went into the acting world.
Quickly, too. It was a quick transition.
Let's think of some of the films she has done. Well,
A Walk to Remember.
What about TV, though? Look at This Is Us.
Oh, yeah.
One of the most watched shows in NBC history she was on and was the star of it.
She was.
I think she's a better actress than singer.
Oh, you know, she actually said something one time. She wished she could refund all of her fans for all the money they spent on all of her albums. I had all of them. That hurt my feelings so much. Does that mean my musical taste is really that bad? Artists, give me the money back?
She did other movies like The Princess Diaries.
Saved.
Saved.
That's a good one. Macaulay Culkin.
Yes. Love Story. Silver Landings. Saved. That was a good movie.
That's a good one.
I don't know any other songs she did besides this one, though.
Oh, I Want to Be With You. This one eats through my brain, though, so I can't think anything else.
All right, let's see. Moving on down the list of another singer turned actor was Ice Cube. He was a former member of the LA-based rap group NWA. Ice Cube is counted among the most influential figures in hip-hop history. But his first acting role as Doughboy in John Singleton's Boys in the Hood, made him a standout actor. He's done so many other movies: 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, The High Note, the Barbershop series, and the Friday series.
Friday!
I mean, heck, My Business is named after his second movie, Next Friday. Was he also in Are We There Yet?
I think he is in Are We There Yet?
Yeah, I like that movie. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Man, he has been in a wide range of movies.
Good movies.
They're all good movies.
And it's great. Yeah, a wide range of movies.
Yeah.
Movies for kids and movies for stoners.
Movies that are, you know, very, very politically driven, you know, like Boys in the Hood.
We can't leave out this singer turned actor. LL Cool J definitely has to make the list. I can't forget about his role in Halloween H2O. Roddy! What else was LL Cool J in?
Oh my gosh, I have no clue.
Oh gosh, he's in other stuff.
I know H2O. Oh man.
Well, it says here that he was in films like Halloween H2O, Deep Blue Sea, and Oliver Stone's smash hit Any Given Sunday. And since 2009, he has starred on the CBS Police show NCIS Los Angeles. Now, there is a lot that has also crossed over from singing to movies. There's Ludacris.
Yes.
There's Queen Latifah.
Yes.
There's Ice-T.
He rules Law and Order now.
What about Cher?
Yes. I didn't know where she fell in this kind of category.
Well, she's a singer turned actor.
Well, she was like a TV turned singer, but I guess it was a singing television show.
Yeah, variety show.
Variety show turned actress. Amazing. The Mask. Woo, that's a good one.
Wasn't she also in
Mermaids?
Mermaids, yes.
Mermaids.
She was in Mermaids. Don't ask me how I know that, but I do know that she was in Mermaids.
Because Cher's amazing.
She also played a model in the TV series The Man from U.N.C.L.E. She made her Broadway debut in Robert Altman's Come Back to the Five and Dime. Jimmy Dean and reprised her role in the 1982 film version for which she garnered a Golden Globe nomination. What?
She's also in Burlesque.
Yes.
She is. That's a good one.
Other singers turned actors. Barbara Streisand.
Yes.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yes.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, Marky Mark. Wait, is he a singer turned actor, or is he an actor turned singer?
Singer turned actor.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg. I'm talking about, or am I thinking of Donnie Wahlberg?
Donnie's his brother. He was in New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, okay, so Mark, he was a singer turned actor.
Okay, that's what.
Yeah, New Kids on the Block.
No, he wasn't in. Marky Mark's not in New Kids on the Block. Marky Mark's was in like Fear. Mark Wahlberg. Donnie's the one that's with.
So was Mark Wahlberg never in the musical group?
No, he wasn't on. He came out with like Good Vibrations and yeah.
But he was before movies. He was singing though, right?
I don't know if he was singing first or if he was acting first.
Ooh.
He's on that flip flop though, because he did do that.
Yes,
he did do that.
He did cross over.
I will guarantee that one.
Well, who on the list did I leave out?
Oh,
of a singer turned actor. I mean, there's smaller roles that people have had, like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
He's a singer that's been in movies. In the movies he's in, he's funny.
Yeah. Oh, Kelly Rowland. She was in Freddy vs. Jason from Destiny's Child.
Yeah. What about Brandy?
Yes. She had a whole show.
She did. She did have a whole show.
Was it Moesha?
Yes.
Yes.
And then she was also in I Know What You Did Last Summer.
She was in I Know What You Did Last Summer, which leads me to one I can't believe you forgot. Jennifer Love Hewitt. She put out a whole album.
After acting.
After acting?
Yeah. I'm talking singers turned actors.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm back on the previous.
Now later we can do a segment where it's actors turned singers.
Okay.
But right now we're focusing on singers that turned to acting.
Turned to acting.
Because there's a lot.
There's a lot. Multi-talented people.
Yes, but that just made me start thinking of the many different singers turned actors, because there's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not just Lady Gaga.
I mean, she's the best, but there are more.
I do think she's the best performer overall as far as in the music industry. Now, acting, that's still yet to be determined.
No.
There's still a lot more better actors, I'm sure, that are better at that art than her, but she just got into it.
Yeah. Well,
and I don't want her to get too good in acting, because she needs to stay in the music industry. We've got a lot of great actors, and our musicians are dying off. And we're going to talk about a musician that has died off in the next segment. And it is one of the most iconic guitarists to ever play. And he actually is the last living member of the original band to die. So we're going to talk about that, ladies and gentlemen, right after these words. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Bridget, and we are the hosts of Real Life Keto Radio.
And you are listening to Radio Lex, the voice of the people, WLXU 93.9 LPFM, Lexington.
Can't believe
Radio Lex has the support of Groovolution. Give in to the groove. Groovolution.com.
Become part of your community radio station today. When you donate to Radio Lex, you support real live people bringing you the music, talk, and local news programming you hear every day in English on WLXU 93.9 FM and in Spanish on WLXL 95.7 FM. Visit radiolex.us/donate and support the voice of the people today.
14,000 injuries to drivers last year were caused by distracted driving. There are three main types of distraction. Visual, taking your eyes off the road. Manual, taking your hands off the wheel. Mental, taking your mind off of what you're doing. Any distraction can endanger drivers, but texting causes all three distractions at once. Hi, this is Scott with State Farm reminding you to be a good neighbor. Put your phone away and keep your eyes and your mind on the road.
Radio Lex has the support of vinyl sponsor Raymond Daniels and Equity Solutions Group. ESG Consulting, LLC.com.
I hope I fix this. We'll see though.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. Amber is also in studio with me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my unfortunate duty to announce the death of Gary Rosington, the last of the original Lynyrd Skynyrd band. He died at the age of 71. Gary Rosington, he was Lynyrd Skynyrd's last surviving original member who helped to found this group, Lynyrd Skynyrd. No cause of death was given as of right now. He was such an instrumental part of the group. He co-wrote this song, Sweet Alabama. And he helped found the group. The group originally, Lynyrd Skynyrd, included vocalist Ronnie Van Sant, guitarist Gary Rosington, and Alan Collins, bassist Larry Junstrom, and drummer Bob Burns, all of whom were students at Robert E. Lee High School. Upon meeting drummer Bob Burns and bassist Larry Junstrom, Rosington and his new friends formed a band which they tried to juggle among their love of baseball. Listen here, it says, according to Rolling Stone, it was during a fateful Little League game, Ronnie Van Sant, which is the lead singer of Lynyrd Skynyrd, the guy singing this song right now,
yeah,
he hit a line drive into the shoulder blades of opposing player Bob Burns.
Hey.
And he met his future bandmate that way.
There you go.
So Rosington, Burns, Van Sant, and guitarist Alan Collins gathered that afternoon at Burns' Jacksonville home to jam the Rolling Stones' Time Is On My Side.
There you go.
And they realized after playing that song, Time Is On My Side, yes it is, they knew that they could make music together.
Uh-huh.
And they adopted the name Lynyrd Skynyrd. You know where they got that name from?
I ain't got a clue.
They named it after their high school gym teacher who was always harassing them for wearing their hair long.
Yeah.
His name was Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Are you serious?
So they changed it to the spelling to Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Yeah.
But his name was Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Hey, Leonard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about how bad he felt the rest of his life.
I mean, knowing that you gave this band inspiration to do that, I mean, it's amazing. But Gary Rosington was one of the founding members, and like I said, he co-wrote Sweet Home Alabama. He also co-wrote Free Bird.
Oh.
He helped create the band. I mean, I don't know if you are a fan of Lynyrd Skynyrd or not.
Oh, hush.
You are.
Yes.
I love Lynyrd Skynyrd. They are quite possibly one of the most iconic rock bands, and maybe even in the top 5 rock bands to have ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
Lynyrd Skynyrd. I mean, they have classics like this. Tuesday's Gone, which is such a great guitar solo. Played by Gary Rosington himself. You know, some people might say that their biggest song was Sweet Home Alabama. It was not. It was actually the one and only Freebird.
Ooh, this makes me cry.
Which is a 9-minute and 10-second track. It's usually played at the last of their concerts. It's usually played at the last of any show. If a band's doing a cover, it's because it's a great farewell song.
Mm-hmm.
You're free. And it's very sad knowing the fate of Lynyrd Skynyrd. It's a great song. Do you have a favorite Lynyrd Skynyrd song?
Give Me 3 Steps.
Which is a good one.
What's Your Name? Oh gosh.
What about this one? What a song that was.
Yes.
That is another one that some people call maybe the most iconic Lynyrd Skynyrd song out there.
I would say definitely one of the most covered.
Yes. And I just love that song. And so many people want to, they want to sing it. So many people, they think they're good enough to sing it and sound just like Ronnie Van Sant, but they're not.
Mm-mm.
He really did have the voice of an angel.
Absolutely.
You know what's wild is he said that Ronnie Van Sant, he said that he would not live to see 30. He was known for saying that. And he died.
Yeah. How old was he?
29.
Oh, are you serious?
You can't tempt fate.
Don't tempt fate. No need.
No. One of the crazy things about Gary Rosington's story was that he survived the 1977 plane crash that killed 3 members of the original band, including lead singer Ronnie Van Sant.
So was he on the plane?
100%.
Oh,
not everybody
my
died.
word.
Not everybody died on the plane.
Yeah.
And it was that plane that took the lives of many Lynyrd Skynyrd band members. On October the 20th, 1977, 3 days after releasing their album Street Survivors, Lynyrd Skynyrd performed at the Greenville Memorial Auditorium in Greenville, South Carolina. After that, they boarded a Convair CV-240 airplane to take them to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where they were to perform at LSU, Louisiana State University. The plane ran out of gas near the end of the flight, and it was because of that killed the band. Gary Rosington actually was interviewed, and he gave his take, and he gave his perspective, his POV of what happened during that plane crash. They crashed into a Mississippi field in the woods, and several members of the band died. And it was because of that, they said they would never, ever again play under the name Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now, we do know that in later years, they did reunite. In 1987, they reunited for a full-scale tour with 5 major members of the pre-Crash band. The Crash survivors, Gary Rosington, Billy Powell, Leon Wilkinson, and Artemus Pyle, along with guitarist Ed King, who had left the band 2 years before the Crash. Ronnie Van Zant's younger brother Johnny took over as the new lead singer and primary songwriter due to founding member Alan Collins' paralysis from his 1986 car accident. He was only able to participate as the musical director, choosing Randall Hall, his former bandmate in the Alan Collins band, as his stand-in. And they went on and did a few songs and kind of stayed together.
Yeah.
But it was never the same after the original band members died in that plane crash.
Oh, and I don't even know how you would even remotely get back to what you would consider original.
When you lose, and this is from Gary Rosington, this isn't from me. He said when you lose your lead singer, when you lose the front man, it's over. It's over. It's over. You got to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
There have been bands that have went on and done fine and had great success. AC/DC, they've had great success losing their front man. But the magic that was the original, once you lose that front man, once you lose the lead singer, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I didn't say it. That was from Gary. And a lot of people might have liked Lynyrd Skynyrd post the plane crash and the new band.
Yeah.
But I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I don't think that it was the Lynyrd Skynyrd of old.
Well, I feel like it was always the old catalog that gets played, which no complaints. For me, it's an amazing catalog, but I really don't even know any of the newer things that they put out.
Yes. But we are going to take off-the-cuff song of the week, and Amber, because we just talked about an iconic band, why not play Saturday Night Special by Lynyrd Skynyrd for this week's Song of the Week? So, ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and listen to the strings played by Gary Rosington. We'll be back after the song. Okay. Dude, my music is pissing me off. I mean, every bit of it skipped. That second segment, was it butchered?
Mm-mm. Not at all. Whatever that is, it's jumping. Those needles. Are you making a bracket challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. It sent me a thing.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that actually after the song here. I just hate the fact that my music kept skipping on the second segment.
Well, people don't always tune in just to hear the music. They tune in to hear what we say about it.
Yeah.
So
I just don't like it to sound cheap, though.
we're cheap. Who cares?
Yeah, but I don't like that.
People like us. We're raw, authentic radio. You know who else don't care? That computer. That's why I did it.
Time is getting closer and closer for Scream 6 to premiere. Now, we're going to the 8:30 showing? Something like that?
8:45, so we've got officially 4 hours.
Okay.
Until Scream.
I dare somebody to tell me anything about that movie if they see it before me. Because I don't want to know. That's the thing about movies and social media today. You can't keep things secret.
No.
Because if you look at your phone, it's going to get revealed who the killer is.
Hey, I'm turning mine off. Once we're done with the show, mine's off.
My phone will be off.
Yeah,
don't
need us.
You don't need to contact me and tell me who the killer is because I won't see it.
Because it'll be us if you do that.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers for who the killer is or anything that happens in the movie. Okay, are you worried about Courtney Cox at all?
Maybe her bangs, but not so much her.
So you think she'll survive this one? She's been in 6. She's been in all 6.
I know. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this one, and every time we talk about it, I always have a different view that I walk away from it with.
She's been in more Scream movies than any other character in the franchise.
Mm-hmm. Well, officially now, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So is she, dare I say, the star of Scream?
I don't know if I would go that far.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say she's the star. It's always going to be Sydney, and that's going to be huge when she returns.
Yeah.
But she has definitely solidified herself as a major star in the franchise.
Yeah, she's the right-hand man.
She is.
Yeah, 100%.
She's the second most important character.
She's me to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I love Gail Weathers.
Yeah, second in command.
I love some Gail Weathers, and I'm scared for her.
Yeah.
Because 6 movies, I don't know if you can make it.
Yeah.
6 movies and not get killed.
Well, now look, the killer says, I'm not like the rest, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be good. They're in New York City.
I know.
Which makes it even scarier because it's so big.
Complete change.
And hiding in plain sight, there's something scarier about that.
Yes.
But I'm excited to see that, and we'll talk about it next week. A lot of people are thinking, well, don't do that, you'll spoil it. Well, you have a week to watch it.
If you don't watch it between now and then, somebody else is going to spoil it, we promise.
Social media will spoil it for you anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stick with us. We still have one more segment to go. We will be right back.
Have you been drinking? If so, you shouldn't be behind the wheel. Adults metabolize alcohol at a rate of 1 drink per hour. If you've been drinking, your judgment is impaired whether you realize it or not. Only time will sober you up. Cold showers and coffee don't do the trick. Every 2 minutes, a person is injured in a drunk driving crash. Drunk drivers account for 10% of all fatal crashes during the day and 30% of all fatal crashes at night. Hi, this is Doug Gleason with State Farm, reminding you to be a good neighbor and to find a designated driver if you've been drinking.
Let's go places safely, Lexington. Are you driving? Are you distracted?
Over 24,000 collisions and 700 fatalities occurred last year in Kentucky. The number one factor in all these collisions? Not paying attention. Texting and fidgeting with mobile devices caused more crashes last year than drunk drivers. Enable safe driving settings on your phone, which will send automatic messages to people trying to reach you that you are driving and cannot be disturbed. Hi, my name is Sue from Toyota, reminding you to put your phone away and put your eyes on the road.
Everybody to Off the Cuff. Adam Banks here with you. Amber is also in studio with me. Last segment of the hour. So many bands are coming to Rupp Arena just this year. Guns N' Roses can be added to that list. They're coming to Rupp Arena here in Lexington on September the 6th. Now that's a classic rock band, Guns N' Roses. Will you be in attendance for that?
I am so afraid to see what Axl Rose looks like in 2023 because we know how bad he looked in 1993. So I'm just kind of worried.
None of those rock stars aged well.
No.
They all look pretty rough. Who is that guy we seen from Twisted Sisters? Dean Snyder?
Dee Snider.
He looked terrible.
Well, he's nice though.
Very.
Yeah. I guess if you look at me, you gotta be nice.
I want to make mention to everyone, it is March, and it's my favorite time of year, which means the March Madness series is upon us. And Off the Cuff likes to cover complete coverage of the March Madness tournament with the March Madness series. Off the Cuff with Adam Banks presents the March Madness series. It will begin with a Selection Sunday show on March the 12th. It will be available on the Off the Cuff podcast feed at 9 p.m. It will be a podcast-only show. In the beginning, Wednesday, March the 22nd, there will be a March Madness special covering the men's NCAA basketball tournament, and that will be at 9 p.m. on Wednesdays, starting on March the 22nd, right here on WLXU 93.9 or the app, and then it will be available after the broadcast on the Off the Cuff with Adam Banks podcasting stream. I'm excited to bring in the March Madness crew to talk all things college basketball and the March Madness tournament.
Are we doing the bracket?
There will be an Off the Cuff with Adam Banks bracket challenge, and that will be, I will give more details about that during the Selection Sunday show.
Okay.
Also next week during the regular broadcast. But I also want to make mention, too, next Thursday is a very big show for Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. Next Thursday will be the 200th radio broadcast.
Woo!
200 times we have came into this studio and broadcasted on the radio. I am very excited for that accomplishment. It seems just like yesterday that we came in here and did the 100th broadcast.
It seems like yesterday we did our first radio broadcast.
So next week will be a celebratory moment, no doubt, for Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. But we have a lot coming up, a lot in the chamber. Not only do we have the March Madness series, but we have the 200th radio broadcast next week. It's going to be a big week.
It is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up another episode of Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. If you like what you heard today, you will probably like our previous episodes, so check us out on podcasts. We're available on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcast, or wherever podcasts can be streamed. You can follow me, the host, on social media at The Adam Banks. You can follow the co-host on social media at Ambu447. You can follow the show on social media at Off the Cuff with Adam Banks. We release new episodes every Thursday right here on WLXU 93.9 FM, which means we will be back same time, same place. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Amber Turner. I'm Adam Banks, and this is Off the Cuff. We'll catch you down the road.